So then also when you go into what's the message to go in, we're going to pay attention to them. We look at all the different types of injuries. 87% are soft tissue, 32% are disc, 16% are nerve, and 10% are mild concussion, 2% are fractures. So when we look at these, we go, well, what's the biggest market? Well, the biggest market's the soft tissue. What's the smallest market? Well, that's the fracture. And then you go, okay, well, that's who owns the fracture market? Well, they're not sending, nobody's sending them to a chiropractor for a fracture. That's already owned by the orthopedist. Well, where do they go when they have a nerve problem? Well, that's not the chiropractic. That's a neurologist or a neurosurgeon. Same with mild concussion. Has that been branded with chiropractic? I mean, when you have a mild concussion, you go to a chiropractor? No, not at all. Matter of fact, that would be the last place that the average person would go to be evaluated or treated for a concussion. They'd go to the neurologist and the neurosurgeon. And then same with an orthopedist. Orthopedist typically would treat the disc. The neurosurgeon or the orthopedist would treat the disc. And those are well branded. Those are high authority, well branded professions. In other words, they're already owned. That's why we stay out of that from a marketing standpoint. That's why we don't want to do any marketing relative to attorneys for a disc, nerve, concussion, or fracture, because you're trying to overcome high authority. And that's how you'll go broke. That's how you'll go broke. Now, so the market that is open is the soft tissue injury market. Now, it's not owned by chiropractic. It's not owned by anybody. There's no medical provider that is actually known, oh, I got a soft tissue injury, let me send them here. Doesn't work that way. It's kind of that mixed bag. Well, that's where the opportunity is. It's not only the opportunity for the size of the market, but it's the opportunity because there's not a higher authority medical provider in that niche. So that's why if you try to do your marketing and come in with, how you can help a disc or nerve or whatever, it's like banging your head against the wall. They don't need you. You're a lower authority, and most of them think you're a problem. And because most of them had very bad experience. If they've had any experience at all, 95% of it's been bad. It's been a bad experience with bad documentation. So as an example, the expert witness I was just recently in, the patient had gone to a chiropractor, not through a referral eventually, but we didn't use any of their documentation at all. It was worthless. It was just a mess.